Survey went out. What is the number one fitness item on your to-do list? Mindset. Welcome back to How to Be Fit Over 40, Midlife Conversations with Hicunni. Today's episode is all about Rosie's journey to a resilient mindset for fitness success. Join us as we explore the power of grounding practices and ancestral wisdom. So grab your smoothie or cup of tea and join the conversation. Let's go. We are back again. We're asking people what is their number one fitness item on their to-do list. So Rosie talked about her mindset, and then from there, once that is she's headed in the right direction with her mindset, then food, the accountability, and a coach, hiring a coach. So let's start with one thing first. Let's start with the mindset, okay? So when we're thinking about, upgrading our mindset or changing our mindset, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that we still can create a goal around this as well. Yes, mental fitness is imperative. It is. I know we've talked a lot about strength training. We've talked a lot about walking shoes. We've hit a lot of different topics. I love this one because this is something that I believe that is one of those things that should be on that priority to-do list, all right? Because with that mindset, changing your mind, mastering your mindset, as I always say, is the greatest masterpiece. So let's create a SMART goal around this. So we want to make this specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So here's something that could work for Rosie if she wanted to spend 15 minutes, specific 15 minutes each morning engaging in some form of grounding practice. So this can be connecting with nature, doing some deep breathing, and expressing the gratitude just for where she is, and just being present, learning how to build that confidence right where she is, and building that growth mindset, all right? Something that's measurable. She can journal her thoughts and feelings before and after the grounding exercises, and just aim at making sure this is done about 5 days per week for the next few months. So just depending on her schedule and her readiness for change would depend on like how her schedule would be as far as how many days a week, whether it's 3 days a week, whether it's 5 days a week. All right. Because she want to make sure her readiness for change is high, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, not so ready, 10 being absolutely ready to go. Like, where does she fall on that scale? So if that readiness is high, of course, she would be more than likely be able and be willing to add more days to her list as far as practicing some grounding exercises. And then making it achievable, starting with just simple grounding exercises that aligns with her spiritual and cultural beliefs. I do know this person, and so this would be something that could actually benefit her based on the things that she gravitates to. Just making sure these exercises aligns with her spiritual and cultural beliefs, and just providing her with a meaningful and accessible way to nurture her mindset. Now, this is something that she can start light and kind of gradually go deeper with the practice as well, just adding some other elements of shamanic wisdom, and then some other ancestral connections as well. So this would be something that she may be interested in. So we shall see. And maybe later on, she may want to actually be interviewed and maybe go over if it's something that she actually did, or there's something else that sparked her interest as well. And then getting into something that is relevant, making sure that her SMART goal is relevant. So developing a grounding and empowered mindset This is imperative for her overall well being and growth. And just, on a side note, just by honoring her cultural heritage and her spiritual beliefs, this could help her set a strong foundation for making sure that she achieves her fitness goals and making sure that she's living in harmony with herself and her surroundings. Oh, okay? So, if you are just tuning in, we're talking about SMART goals here. With every episode, we create a SMART goal centered around what their response is for their fitness goal. And whether or not they use it is really up to them. And even though, say, if they decide not to, this will be helpful for someone because there's someone out there that may be in a similar situation that may want to take on this SMART goal. And if any of these that you listen to and you say, oh, I want to try that SMART goal, let me know how it works for you. I would love for you to share a testimonial. You can send that to 406 9109. You can text that, and that is actually a Google number that's connected to my number. So I will actually get that information. So you don't have to worry. If you don't want to include your name, you can include your initials or just some type of nickname, and we'll make sure that we give credit to whatever name you want to list. All right. And let's get into that time bound. We have to make sure we have that SMART goal, the time bound portion, that time bound committing to practicing the grounding exercises. Let's go for 15 minutes, maybe 15 minutes every morning for the next couple of months. And then at the end, she can assess her progress, just see where she is and her readiness to maybe move forward with her other goals of adding the food or the accountability and maybe hiring a coach, whatever it may be on the continuum of her fitness journey. So, hopefully, this was very helpful. And let's just go back, just take a step back just a bit and getting to some grounding practices. Just really going back to why is this important? Why would this be very important to actually implement? So, one thing is centering and calming. With grounding exercises, this is something that can really connect you per science with nature, adding that deep breathing, and just adding that inner calmness and getting people in a better state of being, more positive thinking. A lot of times when you are more calm and centered, you may start thinking more positively, able to really solve more problems or just be able to get over that challenging hump, maybe that writer's block or whatever it may be, and come out with more clarity and resilience, okay? Another reason why grounding practices are so important is just bringing that gratitude back. When you're bringing that gratitude back, it's that energy exchange. You're getting a more positive, higher vibe energy exchange. And it will keep you motivated to actually, follow through on those goals, right? And again, connecting with more ancestral wisdom. So, just if you don't know, maybe that's something that you may want to revisit. Take a look at your ancestral just foundation and what your ancestors have tuned into. What did they lean on? Is there some higher power that they leaned on, God or something else or nature? And just reconnecting with that. A lot of times when people are able to reconnect with the ways of their ancestors, they get motivated and more energy. It's a better energy flow, and they may have better ideas to be able to create more and do the things that they love and follow through with their actual goals. And again, building that resilience. Yes, yes, that inner strength to continue on, being better equipped to navigate through the challenges because there will be challenges, there will be mountains, but being able to maneuver through and over and how whatever you want to say about that, about going over and through the mountains, whatever you want to use for that, but being able to overall just persevere. All right. So hopefully this was very helpful for you. Just making sure, Rosie, whatever she does, prioritizes her mindset and making sure, if not this grounding exercise, something that's rooted in her spirituality and her cultural beliefs, that is being able to lay that foundation for her to be able to accomplish those goals and continue on her fitness journey, making sure she adds the nutrition, making sure she adds the accountability, and being able to eventually hire a coach as well, because we want to make sure she's successful. All right. So, again, that shout out to Rosie. Thank you so much for just sharing with us and allowing us to share your number one fitness item. And hopefully, something that we went over will resonate with you, and you'll be able to share more with us of the outcome later on in this year. All right. Thanks so much again. If you're interested in sharing your number one fitness item, please feel free again reaching out 1-864-406-9109. Just list your fitness item, whatever name you want to use, and we will take it from there. Until next time, nutrition is more than what you eat and the weight that you carry. Talk to you soon.